Welcome to Rising Center Podcast. I got a special guest, brother Lamar. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. How do you pronounce it?
Callahan, just
Callahan.
like Freddie Harris.
Callahan. Callahan. And we're going to talk about his nonprofit supporting African Americans group Corp. Um, how do you get that started, sir? Let's start from the beginning. What was your main keys to starting a foundation like this?
Well, actually, Ron, thank you for having me too. Um, I happen to be a very religious person, not the organization, but me personally.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to me by God. And I personally have a prayer that says, please bless me to be the person you want me to be, to do the things you want me to do, to be the servant you would have me to be. And through that, I was given the inspiration to start this nonprofit. And the concept of this nonprofit is that education costs an awful lot of money. And for a family that is told that they need to have a tutor is now looking at spending $30 to $300 for a tutor.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'm able to do is, as a nonprofit, is to bring the price down to $5,
Mm.
which is something that most families can afford.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the concept, and that's what we're trying to do, is make it possible that most families can afford a tutor. And we have professional teachers that are willing to continue to help students with their education without breaking the family budget.
Mm. So where are you based at for the viewers?
Well, we're based here in Tampa, but the classes are online, so we're able to assess or assist families all over the world. It's all accessible online, and we have over 40 classes ranging from accounting to yoga, various languages, of course, English, math, history, and science. But we have Afro studies, we have sewing, we have um, we have over 60 classes. So it would be pretty hard for me to name everything, but we pretty much can accommodate most students. And that's the key, kindergarten through 12th grade. And we have classes that even if you did not graduate high school, we do have GED classes, which is being taught by Dr. V.
Mm. So how did you network with these educational professionals?
Well, we've met with many teachers, and through them, they've agreed to work with us. And that's how we have come to meet these other teachers.
And like you said, man, I appreciate what you're doing because I know how it is for educational wise, not knowing how to read. To I started real late, at 10 to learn really know how to really read. You know what I mean? Because the
Yes, sir.
teachers were trying to medicate me. You know what I mean? Because I had, I was hyper in school, and that's what's the key for everything, to medicate these kids and not get the extra one-on-one help. You know what I mean? So it's really major what y'all are doing.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it's not always a matter of medicating children, it's a matter of having professional teachers that are willing to take the time to see where a student is and help them through the process. And
Hmm.
with our teachers, they're all professional teachers. On average, we have, on average, they have 10 years of experience in the classroom. We have some teachers that have over 30 years experience, and we have 10 teachers with a PhD, and we're still
Mm,
growing.
mm,
Teachers from around the world. So we have a lot of experience, and we're still reaching out to families looking to help their children. In fact, my slogan is champion across the finish line into the future. And that's essentially what I'm trying to do is help each child across the finish line and into the future, because that's what's important, is helping each child across what they're trying to do and into the future class.
Yeah, and that's like again, that is major to get that, making it affordable for $5. Everybody got $5 somewhere. You know what I mean? Either you know what I mean, your grandma's
Yes.
putting the $5 on the Mega Millions or the Powerball. Everybody got $5. You know what I mean? So it is major that price point to help out these, you know, these single mothers or mothers in general or families in general in the lower class with this program, because it's much needed. You know what I mean? It's much needed. Uh, and it's to find that the professionals are willing to help you is even more amazing. You know what I mean? Amazing to see, because these teachers are stressed out. You know what I mean? For the most part, with just dealing with the regular life, for them to give a hand to help out with this is major.
Oh, very true. Very true. But the thing is, it's not just for families that are struggling.
Or
It's
families in general, my fault. Families in general.
right. No, I'm with you. It's just the thing of that when a family is faced with the the prospect of spending $30 to $300 for a tutor,
Mm-hmm.
will they rather spend $30 or spend $5 for a professional?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that tutor is someone who is, no disrespect, a high school student or a college student that hasn't had that experience. And
Mm-hmm.
it's, well, yes, I'm good at math and I'll help you, but I'll just help you. Whereas here is an experienced teacher that's teaching the class and knows what they're doing. It's an actual professional and they know what they're doing. And that's the beauty of it. It is an actual professional working on a discount to, excuse me, sorry, my dog, but an actual professional working on a discount to help your child.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're offering.
Which is,
And
I like,
you're not, I'm sorry,
like
go ahead, please.
like I was saying, you know what I mean. I didn't see it from my point of view of this. We as a people, we definitely need this, because you know what I mean. Looking at the dropout, you know what I mean. Dropout rates every year is going up. The education, especially in the urban community, black, white, Spanish, it doesn't matter. We struggle with getting the help, proper help in education. So that's where I was speaking from.
Yes, I totally agree with you. And some of the classes that we offer is English as a second language. Um, we have various languages: Chinese,
Mm-hmm.
French, Spanish, uh, Udu, Udu, Swahili, uh, Yor, I want to say Yoruba,
Mm-hmm.
to help those families from other countries to also help the children,
Mm-hmm.
from those other countries that are missing the connecting with their I'm so sorry,
Yeah.
connecting with their family members. And I think that's part of the beauty which comes together for those people that don't understand what African supporting Africans means.
Right.
We all come together. We're all part of the continent,
Mm-hmm.
from one direction or another. We're all, we all come from the continent. And when you get a chance, you can go onto our website, which is asa-corp.com.
Mm-hmm.
And the link is logo poem. and it explains what the logo is about. And we all come from the continent, and through that, we're all humanity.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is with us all coming together, the teachers, the parents, the family. It's all a matter of humanity. And that's what Africans supporting Africans is. It's humanity helping humanity. It's
Mm-hmm.
not about just one culture. It's humanity helping humanity.
Mm-hmm. Which is major. You know what I mean? We don't see humanity no more. You know what I mean? Or empathy. So it's definitely needed, man. It's definitely needed, especially the
Right.
time we live in.
Right. And you'll notice that in our logo, you'll see various colors and the fingers. It's all
Mm-hmm.
about humanity and it's coming together as one people. The logo is about looking forward and seeing the hands together, seeing this as one group of people coming together, working as one people. That's what our logo's about. And that's the name of our organization is about people coming together, working together to bring a new light to service. And I think a person would, when they look at our teachers' logo, teachers' bios, you'll notice that our teachers are the rainbow. Our teachers are the rainbow.
And
Humanity coming together.
that is definitely great. This by doing that, man. But I was reading off your websites. You also you help out families with, you know what I mean, like food services with like a pantry. That's which is another key of good, you know what I mean, very great. The you know what I mean
Yes,
other services provide.
yes. I used to volunteer at a food bank,
Hmm.
and I think it's a shame. Well, I shouldn't say it that way, but I used to volunteer at a food bank,
Hmm.
and I really want to fight hunger. And so what our site does is it will take you, you put in your zip code, and it'll take you to a food pantry that's local in your community. So no matter where you are in the country, it uses the Feed in America site, and it is a resource to help you find a food pantry in your local community.
Mm. So it's like pretty much like a directory, you know what I mean, for for Florida or for just United
Anywhere in the
statewide.
country. Anywhere in the
Wow,
country.
that's major right there. That's definitely is major.
Yes, my idea is to be universal and help people everywhere. Yeah, it's not just for Floridians.
Mm.
Uh, I'm from California and I just live in Florida right now.
Okay, okay. You just live in Florida right now.
Yes.
So how's the review of, you know what I mean, getting the kids, and how's that, you know what I mean? How long you been doing this, first of all, before I go there?
Okay. We started January 2nd last year,
Hmm.
and the we started working on getting students August 10th of the school year. And
Hmm.
so we are still actively uh, marketing ourselves to let people know that we exist. And that's been an uphill battle because a lot of people don't know that we exist. And
Hmm.
we're still new. And
Hmm.
so we're doing programs such as the blessing that we're doing at this very second is having, uncensored with you. This is a very blessing to us to
Hmm.
let other families know that we exist. And we're hoping that by being on your show, we'll be able to bring on more students to help more families.
Yeah, that's, and you know what I mean. I feel like that's like, again, just to say this, man, from coming from a kid that struggled how to read, and you know what I mean, hooked on phonics didn't help me. To get that one-on-one help is completely different. You know what I mean? My mom, my stepmom, and my pops took the time to get me my help, which was important for me because I feel like without this education, not knowing how to read, count, you're in limbo. You know what I mean? And you only got a couple options. Right. You know what I mean? Coming from anywhere, any race, right. Any creed, you only got so much stuff you can do, and there's nothing positive not having any simple form of education in the United States.
Exactly. And with education, you can do anything. You know, who knows who might be the next Barack Obama, Kamala Harris.
I have a question for you. He said, did you have,
please.
Did he have it to apply for grants or pro bono?
We are looking for grants. Right, I understand. We're looking for grants. We need a grant writer, but we do accept. We are a 501c3 nonprofit. We do accept donations, and all donations are tax deductible. There is a page on our website called donations, and we accept everything from $1, $10 a month, $1 million, hint, hint, hint. But they're all blessings, and we thank you in advance for your donations.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, you got a couple people asking questions, so that's always great. You know what I mean? Even if it's one person can tell another person can tell another person. That's all. Sometimes that's how it starts.
Please. Yeah, I welcome your questions. You can also email us, info@asa-corp.org.
So how have you been marketing the nonprofit, if I can ask you that?
Well, what we started to do was Facebook ads. And what I'm doing now is I am being more personable by talking with people on Facebook directly. We do have an ad going through Google Ads. I am doing more podcasts, and we are now looking to talk with more schools directly. But we're finding that we're getting a much better experience with doing podcasts.
Why is that?
We're able to reach more people directly with the podcast.
Okay. So are the schools open their arms to you, or they're kind of reluctant to do business with you?
The schools aren't reluctant. It's just a matter of trying to find the right person to reach at the schools. I'm trying to find the person who's in charge of the PTA so we can get to the teachers to inform them that when the teachers are talking to the parents, to let them know that there is an option for the parents as opposed to spending the $30 to $300, that the option is a nonprofit that charges simply $5 an hour. Because that's what we charge, is $5 an hour for the classes.
Which is which is real affordable, because I remember Silver, what's the big one? Sylvan. You're not getting that for no $5. You know what I mean? That's not happening. You know what I mean? And
right.
Like you said in the beginning, I remember I used to get tutoring from this lady. She was, like you said, in college, working on her degree. I think she was helping me with math and a couple other subjects, which is okay, but didn't have the experience like that teacher that has been doing it for 30 years or 10 years. And figured other methods to teach people who are visual learners. And it's so many methods you got to teach these kids, which if you don't not really got the experience, you wouldn't know. So that's definitely the key.
Right. Well, there's three ways of learning: audio, visual, and kinesthetic. And by teaching online, you'll get the audio and the visual. You just
Mm-hmm.
won't get the kinesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's the difference. But your experience was with a college student, and your experience, from what you just said, wasn't the experience needed. But we do have experienced teachers with experience. And as far as pricing, we just, I've had many people. What roadblocks has hit in this process, and can he elaborate on the organization benefits? Well, the benefits of being online is that we can reach more people at the same time. The benefit being that uh, you're not spending more than $5 for the different classes that we offer, and we do offer more than 40 classes at present. Another group of classes that we have: sewing, early childhood education, um, poetry, yoga, music classes. Um, um, uh, I'm trying to think. SAT classes. That's what I was thinking of. Sorry. Preparing you for college is what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Um, Other benefits. I can't think of anything more important than being able to access education for family that is struggling with finances. And then when you look at a climate right now with inflation, money is hard to reach right now. And we're offering a service that most families can't afford. And I've been told many times that we should raise our rate, and that it's going to be a hard time for us to go profitable. I'm not looking at money. I'm not trying to chase the dollar. I'm trying to focus on education of the children. And I am fighting our board to understand that concept.
Oh, so you have a board?
Oh, yes. Yes, we're a nonprofit, and I do have a board of directors.
Okay.
And I've had other people also talk about, well, you should charge more money. You should, even though we're a nonprofit, you could still, have more money. That's not what I'm about. I'm not trying to chase the dollar. I am literally looking to educate children and make it possible so that families can get the education without breaking the bank. And having it at $5 makes it more tractable. At least my thoughts is to make it more tractable for families. So where they're thinking about, do I spend $30 or do I spend $5? And I think that becomes the initial thought. And then when they go ahead, look at our site, and they see the teacher bios, and they're like, oh, these are experienced teachers. Then they start feeling very comfortable to start with us. And when they go ahead and start dealing with the teachers, then the parents start feeling even more comfortable and will continue to use us, as opposed to spending the $30 and feeling uncomfortable and feeling, oh, I just wasted whatever I spent, $30 to $300, and my child's not learning. But $5 is something that a family will not feel that they lost value, but they've gained value, and they will want to continue using our service.
Mhm.
So I hope I've answered the question about value.
I think you definitely did answer the question great enough. But what do you see for your foundation baby? How far would you like to see this go?
Well, we have teachers all over the world. And
Hmm.
so my goal is to start marketing around the world and bringing on students from around the world. And I think we'll start doing that in the next few months. And um, that's the next step. And so, um, as far as my goal is to be a blessing to other people as God has blessed me. And
Hmm.
that simply means to be able to educate children around the world.
But how did you get to this point in your life as a you know what I mean as a human being to be care so much? It's gotta come from somewhere to care
Heart.
about the kids at this level. You know what I mean? Everybody got a life, but to care about the kids at this level, where does this come from? Does this come from your childhood? Where does this
It
come
would
from?
definitely say childhood. It would definitely come with childhood. I used to be a Boy Scout,
Mm-hmm.
and my scoutmaster is Don DeFetti,
Mm-hmm.
and he was a very um, he was just really good to us, and a very good mentor to me. And so what I did was when I got out of scouting, I made a prayer that if I became an adult, I would be a scoutmaster as a way to say thank you to Don DeFetti. And through that, I've been a scoutmaster 5 times, but that has not um, left me. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that I was able to do as a scout is see or work with a sister troop, or maybe I should say a brother troop with the handicap. And so I have firsthand experience, weekends living with the handicap. And I think that's important to understand the struggles of other people. And so I'm empathetic of other people, and I've always been that way from that experience. So helping out, uh, having been in wars, um, I just have a very humble heart, and it's a matter of giving back. And so, in giving back, this is part of what ASA is about, is a way of giving back, and um, through that giving back. And for me, it's a matter of being a servant and trying to be a servant and serve God. And so, again, for me, I'm religious, not the organization,
Mm-hmm.
but I am trying to do the right thing. And as long as I'm doing the right thing, I think we will continue to be blessed. And that blessing is to support the educational growth of children. And if we can support that growth, the educational growth of children, then we will have a much better educated uh, workforce going forward, or not so much just a workforce, but educated children so that they will have a much better future to be whatever they want to be in their future. So that's what I'm looking for.
Which is definitely major. But what's the name of the website again, so the people can know?
Our website is asa-corp.org.
And man, before we get out of here, I
Yes,
would
sir.
like for you. I would like for you, if you know anybody tech savvy, to make an ad, and I'll play it on my platform for you because I love what you're doing. If you
Thank
can get
you.
somebody to record something and just make a little background, a little ad or commercial, I'll play it on my channel.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I will try and find somebody to do that for us.
And I'll play it on my morning show.
Thank you. Thank you
'Cause
very much.
I can't put it on my night show because it doesn't align. Because you see what my title is. I'll play it on my morning show. I
you.
ain't just.
Thank you.
So this has been another episode of Uncensored Podcast with Rod, and I appreciate you coming on and giving me your talk about the foundation, what the keys and the benefits are, because this is much needed everywhere. So I'm glad you gave me your time. I know you're busy, you know me, working the foundation. So I'm glad you even reached out. You know, it's too many people who have too much Charlie pride nowadays that can't just reach out. You know what I mean? Because this was all about an ant system. We all helping each other some kind of way, some kind of fashion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rod, thank you. Thank you so much for answering the call and blessing us to be on. And thank you for helping us. Thank you for blessing us to be on your show.
All right, you have a good rest of your day. Have a good
You
weekend.
too.
If I don't hear from you, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And y'all have a good rest of y'all Monday. And we're out.